Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Alex Jones and today we're going to be looking at a cryptic crossword from the 24th of May from the Daily Mail website. Let's get started. Okay, so one across. I represent new business. As with all cryptic crosswords, part of this is going to be a straightforward definition and part of this is going to be a second clue of some sort, maybe another definition, maybe a piece of wordplay. So in this case, I represent new business. New here indicates to me that this might be an anagram. Looking at this, business has 8 letters rather than 10, and I represent has the number that we're looking for, 10 letters. So it might be an anagram of I represent that means business. Given that, I think we're looking at enterprise, which gives us a very pleasant number of crossing letters. Right, one down. Drive out leader of poachers in river and lake. Given that it ends in lake, I kind of want it to be eerie, but how? Drive out. No, maybe not. Alright, we'll see if we can get some crossing letters for it. 2 down. Some schoolmaster. Okay, so immediately, some is making me think this could be a hidden. Some schoolmaster missing for part of school year. So a hidden clue is where you've got within the string of letters, schoolmaster missing in this case, we've got TERM giving us term, which does mean part of the school year. So that's nice and straightforward. In a sense, it's the easiest sort of clue because the answer is literally in front of you. Outstanding work from substitute. I'm not sure how to pass this clue in a cryptic way. From here could be just a joining word. Outstanding work might be the wordplay. Substitute might be the definition. Could be a double definition, with outstanding work being one definition and substitute being the other. Or maybe our definition could be outstanding, and when you take a word for substitute and take something meaning work out of that. Given the amount of uncertainty again, I'm going to say let's move on. Disturbances resolved in courts. I wonder if this could be an anagram. Resolved maybe could be an anagram indicator. If you resolve something, you clear it up. And in courts is the right number of letters. But what could that be? Meaning disturbances. Well, if that's right, it's probably plural, so it probably ends with an S. Thin line in transmitter. Could thin line be a definition? Transmitter feels like it could be a definition. Thin line maybe is a second one rather than wordplay. What sort of transmitter might we have? Sender. Radio, satellite. No. 7 across. Clothes are brought in by computer manufacturer mostly. I wonder if this might be a word for clothes. And if we have the word are that is being brought in by most of a computer manufacturer. So maybe the name of a computer manufacturer, but we're taking off a letter. Apple, yes. Apparel. So yeah, clothes is our definition. We've got the word are that is inside most of a computer manufacturer. Are inside most of Apple. Apparel. Gives us another bite at the cherry on these ones. Definitely not eerie. Okay, so drive out could be expel. Now can we make it work in terms of wordplay? So leader of poachers is likely to be P, and if we're putting that inside of a river, the river X, as in the river that Exeter is on. The river X. And late can be abbreviated to L, so that gives us expel. Some get paid less for not working. I think as we saw earlier, this some could be indicating a hidden, and actually in paid less, IDLE, we do have idle, which does mean not working, so that feels pretty good. Eastern domain, Thai place perhaps. So I'm thinking with this one that probably this is an anagram of Thai place. And it's going to give us Eastern domain as our definition. Not really seeing it. Ship's company, sounding cocky. A ship's company could be a crew. The word sounded could be a homophone indicator. Does cocky mean crew? If we thought this was an anagram, is there a C in it? There could be a C in it. That could be crew. I'm tempted to say yes. We'll see what we get with the rest. I will say on this one though, if we don't have the wordplay, we're not sure on that wordplay, it's certainly a question mark on that one. It might be we come back in a bit and decide that that's not right. Something that jogs the memory. About bodyguard. So I'm going to split this slightly differently to how I just said it there. Something that jogs. And I think the memory about bodyguard is potentially our wordplay. So something that jogs is our definition. We'll have a word for memory that's around a word for bodyguard, maybe. Not sure. Youngsters top outlaw. Extremely immature. Continuing to have no luck with this. Extremely immature could be the letters IE, the extremes of the word immature. Which would kind of imply that our definition is youngster, or I'm reading this as youngster is top outlaw, so the is then just joining. Kiddie, Billy the Kid. Yeah, so youngster could be a kiddie. I'm kind of looking for things to make it work, but it feels plausible certainly. Except there's no K in Thai place. What other outlaws were there? Or top outlaw could just be the top letter of outlaw. Although in a cross clue, that's less likely, I think. Also, kiddie might just be a kid. Billy the Kid might have been KID. Yeah, I'm less happy on that the more I think about it. Catch associate, coming back, not quite. So again, similar to what we saw earlier, I think not quite here is going to indicate that we're not taking all of a word. So I think our definition might be catch. We're taking a word that means associate or associate. And we're going to take that coming back. It could be the word associate itself, but I'm not sure. There. Something's gone wrong there. There we go. Not sure. 17 across. Metal, nuts, gent, has to turn. Has to turn feels like an anagram indicator. Nuts, gent looks like a weird collection of letters to have as a together. It just screams something weird is going on there. I'm assuming that's our anagram fodder. A metal could be tungsten. Yeah, that feels okay. Celebrities. Stars. Backing. Black marketeer. A word for celebrities going backwards. That means black marketeer. Or a word for celebrities that's going behind something that means black, which could be B. What would a marketeer or a black marketeer be? A pirate, a crook, con. Not sure. Mexico always provides fuel. Provides here, I think, is going to be a hidden indicator. We've got coal in the middle, so that, which is a fuel, so that feels good. I've kind of abandoned doing crossing letters at this point. I'm just working through all of the across clues for now, and then we'll come back. Monster. Devouring old mounted soldier. I mean, a mounted soldier could be cavalry. But what would the monster devouring old be? That doesn't feel like it makes sense. But no. So monster devouring old, if you have the word for a monster and we put an extra O inside of it, if the monster word devours, eats, takes in the bit for old, then that would work. Now there is a monster could be a dragon. If we put an O in that, we get a dragoon, which I think was some sort of mounted soldier. Means something very different in a Final Fantasy context, but yeah, a dragoon. Yeah, there were mounted cavalry regiments called the dragoons. Cool. No slackers prepared to show solidarity. No slackers prepared feels like it could be anagram fodder and anagram indicator for preparing the letters in a different way. Is that the right number of letters first? That does look to be. If you show solidarity, you show that you're with someone. You are not alone. You back them. You probably want some crossing letters to help out with that. Okay, let's start out then with crossing letters down at the bottom. We did some at the top, we'll work back up the list. Chess piece, that's left as security for borrowed money. Okay, that's a straightforward double definition. On a chess set, the pawn is the lowest value piece. If you pawn an item at a pawn shop, PAWN, then you are going to leave an item there as security to borrow money. Phosphorus is put on many bits of land. Phosphorus is a chemical. Is it P? I think it's got pH as its chemical symbol abbreviation. Phosphorus is put on many bits of land. So I'm guessing our definition here is bits of land or land. It doesn't feel like it would be phosphorus, although maybe it is. I mean, some of these chemicals, some of these elements had weird old words. Mercury, for example, was quicksilver. Who knows, maybe there is one for phosphorus. Many bits is put on many lots. Just check maybe that phosphorus is pH. Oh, sorry, just P. Well, that changes us a bit, doesn't it? Phosphorus is I mean, if the definition was phosphorus, we could have is put on something, but I don't think so. Many. Yeah, we did say lots earlier, didn't we? And actually, now that it's 4 letters that we're looking for rather than 3, that works. That gives us plots, which would be a bit of land. Delicate offer. If it's 2 words long, it's probably a double definition. There's just not enough space to do wordplay. So if something is delicate, it's tender. And if you make an offer, then you tender an offer. And that offer itself is called a tender. Let's just have a look at that. Showing gentleness, kindness, yeah. And alternatively, to offer or present something formally. Yep, that's good. Personal ambition, that's a setback for the team. This is going to be a double definition as well. So a setback for the team would be an own goal, which, while it's being a negative in that sense, if it's your personal ambition and it is your own goal, a goal that you yourself have, that one's kind of a positive. Fried food is only provided in the centre of Warsaw. So only, so I'm thinking at first reading, the definition might be fried food, and our wordplay is, and then is here I think is a joining word, and then we've got only provided in the centre of Warsaw. So I'm sure there's another reading that we could have, but I'm going to assume that it's that for now. So only could be soul. We've got risol. No, the is useful, I think, for risol, isn't it? So is risol, or it's risols, plural. So risol is some sort of fried food. We'll look that one up in a second. But our wordplay here is, so only is soul, is only is soul. We're going to put that in the centre of Warsaw. The centre of Warsaw, the middle 2 letters are R and S. So R and S with is soul in the middle. And a risol compressed mixture of meat and spices, coated in breadcrumbs and fried. Excellent. Fruitful source of information. I'm going to guess that's a double definition, but I'm not immediately seeing it. I'm tempted to wait for hopefully a couple of crossing letters. Eastern domain, Thai place perhaps. So we've now got the A, the I and the T in there. I still think this is probably a anagram of Thai place. What could it be? Just wondering about latitude, but definitely not definitely not a anagram of that. I think actually at that point we've done looked at all the downs, haven't we? Disturbances resolved, outstanding work. Yeah. Alright, let's turn our attention then. What have we got? So this one here, we've got a lot of crossing letters now. 5 and 5. N. S. Yeah, this does still look like it could be an anagram of no slackers, doesn't it? Ranks, it looks like at the end. So close ranks. We've got a P here. Celebrities. Celebrities is plural. And I don't think so. The most obvious short synonym for black would be the letter B, and I don't think we're looking for BP something or other, so that feels like it's not useful. Oh, so I'm putting an S here because celebrities is plural. If we're turning that around, then it's likely to be an S there. And actually, I can see this now. I think this is a spiv. So a black marketeer is a spiv. Celebrities are VIPs, and we're turning that around, backing it. So that gives us that. Fruitful source of information. Okay, with this we can see that that's probably vine, and then that means that this is probably a grapevine. Fruitful source, oh sorry, fruitful. The grapevine is fruitful, there's fruit on it. And the source of information, if you hear it on the grapevine, yeah. Something that jogs the memory, reminder? Yes. Okay, so my earlier reading of the clue was not right. So I said that the clue might be something that jogs, and then a word for bodyguard inside a word for memory. So something that jogs the memory is a reminder, and we're seeing that about, if you're writing a memo, RE, something like that, and a bodyguard can be a minder. I'm thinking of the TV series Minder. Okay. Thin line in transmitter. A disturbance could be just looking at this anagram, disturbance could be a ruction. I think we get ructions from this. And this is why we wait till we got some crossing letters, because it makes it so much easier. I mean, extremely immature feels okay there, doesn't it? A youngster could be a rookie. There's an outlaw called Rook. An outlaw could be a crook, and we're taking off the top letter. I don't think I like rookie, if only because it doesn't fit with what I think is the anagram over here. Okay. Outstanding work from substitute. Tie place, perhaps. What could this anagram be? I mean, if we got the T here, it's possible the H goes after it. These feel like they're going to be vowels, the three of those, don't they? So TH, PLC, takeaway. Somehow missed the N of the tungsten. Is there any reason that tie place perhaps could be? Or place perhaps could be? The definition. If that was the case, this would start like Eastern could be E. Put that in there. We've got 3 crossing letters. They're not rare crossing letters, but it feels like it would be a coincidence to not have that there. Palace something? Doesn't feel right. Oh, maybe that doesn't go there. If we have the H up here, we can get caliphate. Okay. Okay, and that helps with this one as well. An outlaw could be a hood. We do have the extremely immature. So actually the definition here is youngster's top, which is a hoodie. And that's how we get that. Okay. Catch. Associate coming back. Not quite. An associate could be a partner. Yeah, that gives us entrap. So that works exactly how we thought it would. It's the word for associate coming backwards but missing off the last letter. Okay. This is wordplay. So a transmitter is a sender, and then line can be abbreviated to L. So line in transmitter will give us slender. And I was reading this before, I was looking at that in as adjoining words and thinking that thin line would be a second definition. But no, there we go. Line in transmitter, L in sender gives us slender, meaning thin. That's fine. So we've just got this one left then. Outstanding work from substitute. If you substitute something, you replace it. Work could be P. This doesn't get us the answer because the letter's in the wrong place, but that could give you relace, which does that mean outstanding? Outstanding. Relief. If you substitute for someone, then you're acting as their relief. Could outstanding work be relief? Yes, because in an artistic sense, like a painting is flat, but a relief, I believe, is three-dimensional, would come out of the page, out of the material at you. So yeah, that seems to work. I think we're going to be happy with this then. Let's have a look. Hey. Okay, well that wasn't too bad in the end. I think there were a couple in there that I think we probably could have got a little earlier. Relief, maybe. A couple of these on the first look rather than waiting for crossings, but no, I think we did okay there, not too bad at all. Okay, that concludes today's Daily Mail. If you like what you see, then please do like and subscribe. The link for the Daily Mail website is in the description below, so you can have a go at one yourself. If you take a look, have any problems, come back tomorrow, then we'll have another one of these up on the channel, and we'll see if we can help. Until next time, thanks for watching.